Welcome to the Confidence Igniter podcast, and I am your host. My name is Tamiko Green. Well, I'm excited about today's show, and I hope that you are too. But I will ask you to do not forget to share, like, and subscribe so you will always be able to keep up with all of the podcasts that I release. Well, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get this show started. Today, I want to just speak to you from the topic, consider this. I'm going to say that again. I want to speak to you from the topic, consider this. And you're probably saying, consider what? Well, have you ever heard this saying that the mind is a terrible thing to waste? Now, I'm sure many of you probably have heard that statement. And normally, when it's said, it's tend to be linked to education, that the mind is a terrible thing to waste. But I just want you to consider something. So let's go beyond education. Let's look at why truly the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Because the mind is really what creates your life. When you think about it, the things that you know is because it was taught. What was it taught to? Your mind. When you say things like, I'll never get ahead, something within you makes sure that that doesn't happen, right? So when we think about the mind is a terrible thing to waste, it truly goes beyond education. Your mind is what creates your life, your reality. I'm going to say that again. It is your mind that creates your life and your reality. So you're probably saying, what do you mean? How is it that my mind created? Because it goes basically on what you tell it. That's why you hear people say, you know what? Just say something positive. You can't say anything good, don't say anything at all. And that is so true. Because every word that you say, every word that you speak out into the universe, guess what? Your mind is listening to you. So every time you call out something good and you say, you know what? I am confident. I got what it take. I'm unstoppable. Look, I take my obstacles and I turn them into victories. Didn't that sound good? Let me say that part again. I am confident. I have what it takes. I take obstacles and I turn them into victories. Guess what happens? When you say it with a lot of emotion and feeling, guess what your mind says? Ain't no stopping me now. We got this. We can do this. So truly, your mind is a terrible thing to waste because guess what? It controls every single thing about your life. It controls the movement of your eyes, your mouth, your heart, every single thing. That is your computer. People say, oh, I wish I had a computer. You do have one. It's called your mind. And if you understood that the programs that you allow to run in your mind, either it's going to build you or burn you, most of us would be more aware of what we say to ourselves and what we allow other people to say to us. Why? Because it is shaping our life. Think about confidence, right? Because I am the confidence igniter. So think about confidence. How do you build it? Because it's a confidence is something that you have to build. It's a skill, it's a muscle. It's not something that was given to you. You was given a measure of faith, but you wasn't given confidence. That's something you got to build. But when you say things to yourself like, I can't do that, that's too big for me, or that's too hard for me, I wasn't made for that, what happens to your confidence? Because when you say things like, you know what, no matter what, I can do this. Look, I was made for this moment. What you talking about? Look, ain't nothing too challenged, ain't no challenge too big, no obstacle too big for me. Because I was made for this moment. If I wasn't made for this moment, I wouldn't be here. What does that do? That builds you up. That builds up your confidence. You be like, man, come on now. I got this. Kind of like the New York Knicks. Yes. They won that championship. And guess what? I believe solely because they understood that if they could see it in their mind, they could see it. They can play it out in real time. And I'm going to say that again. I believe that the team knew that if they could see it in their mind, they could play it out in real time, and life ain't no difference. Whatever you can see in your mind, okay? And you can play it out there. You can play it out in real time. Now, I understand some people may be like, well, that's not true. Consider this. If everything that you've ever said to yourself was negative, I can't, they won't let me, and I don't know who the heck they is, but they can't stop you. Only you can stop you. But everything that you've ever played out in your mind, whether you was doing it consciously or unconsciously, every negative word that you said to yourself and that showed up in your reality, that in itself is proof that you should consider this. If you say something positive, and if you keep saying it, and if you say it with enough expression and feeling like without a shadow of a doubt, come hell or high water, guess what? This thing gonna work. I guarantee you it will. Why? Because your conscious mind operate on five senses. Your subconscious mind operates from your emotion, your feelings, your imagery. See, it operates different. And guess what? That's the one that's controlling everything. You probably saying, how can you say that? Okay, well, when you go to sleep at night, your conscious mind is asleep. So what's keeping your heart going? Consider it. What wakes you up in the middle of the night and say, hey, your bladder is full or your stomach hurt? You better go to the bathroom. Who did something within you? It ain't your conscious mind, it's sleep. So what's keeping you going? Consider it. I mean, I'm not saying to believe me. You don't have to. But I'm just asking you to consider this. Because you might be one of those that's saying, I wish my life was better. You don't have to wish. You don't. You have a powerful computer that can redesign your whole life when you redesign your words that you say to it. If you're going to keep telling your mind that I can't do something, your mind say, you're doggone right. Because Henry Ford say, whether you say you can or you cannot, either way, you're right. I'm going to say that again. Henry Ford said, whether you say you can or you cannot, guess what? Either way, you're right, because guess what? The mind doesn't care. It doesn't care. Whatever you want. If you say, I want a pie in the sky, and you really believe it, and your subconscious mind says, you know what, I got the feeling. As James Brown say, baby, baby, I got the feeling. Yeah, okay, I digress. At any rate, when you can feel it in your heart, in your gut, and you know without a shadow of a doubt, and it doesn't matter, good, bad, or indifferent. Now, some of you out there might be like, oh, that's a bunch of crap. I'm gonna tell you right now, no, it ain't. I can guarantee you anything that you believe and you feel it in your gut, guess what? The mind say, okay, I'm gonna do it. Because it doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's fake. And I know somebody gonna be like, oh, that's not true. That's not true. Let me prove it. Consider this. Here we go. So say you go to sleep at night. When you go to sleep at night, you have this amazing dream. Like, we're going to do two dreams, okay? We're going to do the amazing one first. You had this amazing dream that you won the lottery, right? And it was so real to you. You felt so good. You woke up like, man, I won the lottery. Then you start thinking, man, that was a dream. Why I couldn't pull some of that money out of that dream with me before I woke up? And then you're like, man. But now let's use another example. Because you might be saying, okay, that's not a good example. Yeah, it is, okay? Because money answers to all things. So if you could have pulled some of that out of the dream, you probably could have answered to some of them bills or them desires you have, or just to make an impact in somebody else's life. So guess what? That was good. But here, let me give you this one. Consider this. So say you go to bed, and when you go to bed at night, you have a nightmare. Somebody chasing you. And it ain't the almighty dollar either. Probably ain't even the bill collector. And it might be them, but hey, guess what? Whoever chasing you, but they chasing you and you scared. And you like, man, I gotta get away. I gotta get away. And then all of a sudden, you wake up, your heart beating fast. And you're like, you looking around your room. Then you realize that was just a dream. Oh my God. You pull your act together and you say, man, that was a bad dream. I thought somebody got me. They were chasing me. But they wasn't. It was just a dream. That lets you know. Your mind don't know the difference between when you tell it that I don't have enough, that they don't like me, that something is stopping me. It doesn't know the difference between that and you saying I got more than enough, okay? I am more than capable. I am qualified, never denied. You like that, don't you? Say that one again. I'm qualified and never denied. I like that too. But guess what? Your mind doesn't know the difference. That's why it's the mind is a terrible thing to waste because it can give to you anything you believe you can have. Some of us is believing the worst. Some of us is feeding our minds a bowl of Wheeze every morning instead of a bowl of Cheerios. You go and get you a bowl of Wheeze and feed it all of that crap and then wonder why your life is the way it is. Consider this. Yeah, because you told your mind all that stuff. You told your mind you couldn't. You told your mind it'll never happen for you. You told your mind that the White House was controlling something in your life, and ain't nobody controlling nothing in your life but you. Because let me tell you something. Anything that you believe you can have. Now, I'm not saying you ain't got to work for it, but your mind is so powerful. Consider it. Let me tell you something. The only reason why you know your ABCs and you can recite them instantly is because your subconscious mind, it was embedded in there. And so when somebody say, even I don't care how old you are, 30 some years old, they say recite your ABCs. You can say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and don't in the heck forget Z. Okay? You sure can tell them. Anything that you have learned was ingrained into your subconscious mind so it can bring it back like tying your shoes. So that's how you know without a shadow of a doubt, you got this. Okay, you can have anything you truly desire in life, but it's up to you. It's up to you to say, you know what? I'm gonna make a difference in my life because guess what? The mind is a terrible thing to waste, and if you wasting it on negativity, guess what? You are wasting a good thing. Yes. Yes, let me tell you something. If you want a different life, you're gonna have to get rid of all of that negative crap in your mind. I don't care what color your skin is, because guess what? I'm probably the same color your skin, but guess what? I don't believe that, because somebody color their skin is lighter than mine, that makes them better than me. Who came up with that foolishness? It's foolishness. It really is. Because let me tell you something, what make people different is the way they think. That's what make you different. The color of your skin don't make you different. Okay, your color is just different. But your mind, it's in your mind. And so if you thinking that you got one up because you color of your skin, the color of your skin doesn't even pay your bills. And let me tell you, the ultimate color is green. That's what Benjamin is laying up on. They didn't put Benjamin on white or red or black. No, Benjamin is hanging out on green. So if you know what I mean, change your mindset. And if green is what you need, you'll be able to get it. If you want to go to the next level in life, stop wasting the thing that can take you higher. Your mind can take you higher. You got to believe it. And look, if you saying like, Tamiko, I really don't get it. Well, let me tell you something. I'd be more than happy to coach you, okay? You can reach out to me. Yes, you can reach me at theconfidenceigniter.com. Do 30-minute free sessions. So if you say like, hey, I want to go to the next level in life, you have the ability to do it. You have the ability to do it. You can go to the next level in life. You can be all you want to be. Let me tell you something. Don't believe the hype that something is stopping you, because guess what? That's probably what people might want you to believe. But it's about, what do you want? What do you want? Consider it. Just consider it. I'm not asking you to buy into anything, okay? I'm really not. But I am asking you to consider it because guess what? When you turn your life around, if your life needs some turning around, guess what? You can help somebody else. You can pass it on. You can make a difference in somebody else's life. You can make a difference in your own life. You can just make a difference. You can make an impact. You can do something greater than what you already doing. Perhaps you might be one that says, you know what? I'm not happy on my job anymore. I want to do something different. I want to work for a different company. Well, guess what? You can do that. You can do that. You have the ability to do that. You can say, like, I don't want to work for nobody else. I want to work for myself. Guess what? You can do that too. But your mind is a terrible thing to waste. And not just because of education. Education is great. But let me tell you something. There's a lot of people out here educated. They got degrees from one end. They fact about it, they got more degrees than a thermometer have, but they ain't doing nothing with it. But education, they got educated, but education, but a mind being a terrible thing to waste goes beyond your formal education. Okay, I'm talking about your life. Consider it. Consider it. I mean, like, are you tired of where you are in life? Like, would you like to do something different? Have something different? Would you like to wake up in the morning and say, you know what, man, I would just love to fly out to New York. Yes, I'm a New Yorker. Okay. Would love to fly out to New York, or I would love to fly to London. I wasn't born in London, but I love London. Okay. How about, oh, you know what? I would just love to take a cruise. Just go do lunch somewhere that's not in the same state that I'm in. But in order to do that, you're going to have to change the state of your mindset. Just consider it. Just consider it. That's all I'm asking you. Just consider it. See, a lot of times people will hear people say you got to change your mindset, and what they'll do, they'll bash it. They'll bash them. What you talking about? But I'm just asking you not only to consider it, but don't bash it. Benefit from it. Because if your thoughts have not been positive, what would you lose by thinking a different thought? Consider it. Just consider it. That's all I'm asking you. Just consider it. Come on, consider it for the confidence igniter. If you want to do something different in life, whatever it is that you want to do, your mind is so powerful. It will take you places that you never thought you could go in life. Or perhaps you thought you could go and didn't know how you was going to get there, but you believed that you could. And through your believing, it happened. If you're going to live on this earth until your time says it's over, if you want to live on the earth, then do yourself a favor. Live the best life you can, consider it. Now, if you already living the best life you can, then you know what? I'm not talking to you. Okay, but guess what? You could live better. So you could say, well, you know what, Tamiko, I'm already like I got it going on. I'm rocking it. I'm rocking it out. Okay, so you may be rocking it out. But okay, let's say if you're not rocking it out, but you want to rock it out, then this message is for you. So I believe that we all should just live the best life we can because we didn't come to this earth to live in a state of poverty. How do I know? Because poverty wasn't stamped on your butt when they smacked it. If they smacked it. And if they didn't smack it, poverty surely was not on your butt or your neck or your back or your head. How do I know? Because the good book says, above all things, I wish that thy may is prosper and be in good health as your soul prosper. So what does that tell me? What was stamped on your butt? Prosperity, or on your forehead, wherever you want it stamped, prosperity. And when I speak of prosperity, it goes beyond money. Just like a terrible thing to waste, the mind being a terrible thing to waste goes beyond education. This goes beyond money. Live your best life. You're going to live. You might as well live your best life but consider it. And then if you like it, hey, just keep moving. Change your thoughts, and it'll change your mind. It'll change your life, shall I say. Change your thoughts, and it will change your life. Well, until we meet again, you just keep on keeping on. And once again, hey, I would love to take a moment out and give you some coaching if that's what you need. Help you along your journey. You can always reach me at at confidenceigniter@gmail.com. And before I go, let me remind you to please like, share, and subscribe. But once again, just consider what I said. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Have a great day. Until we meet again, take care. Bye.